Maybe he drinks gasoline all week, and then at the end he's got a hose he pees into and it runs into the gas tank, and it's just enough octane in there to get him through. Maybe that's what made his hair grow back. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Brad, and with me, as always, is John, and this is Race Car Spelled Backwards, episode 112. Got it. What's up? Let's talk about something exciting.
Okay.
Whiskey Myers.
That was good.
Yeah, we went to a Whiskey Myers concert last Friday night.
Yep.
Really good show. They had
it was phenomenal.
Kobe A-Cuff.
A-Cuff?
It's either A-Cuff or A-Cut.
I think it was A.
The T's and the F's look just alike on that banner, so I'm not 100% sure what
I thought it was H.
I thought it was a beer. I mean, it looks like the logo of a cheap beer, don't it?
It did. It did.
You drink the Kobe A-Cuff beer? That's the cheapest beer you can get over there at 7-Eleven.
Yeah. But Colby A-Cuff and JJ Gray and the Mofro.
Is it the Mofro or the Mofo?
I think it's the Mofro.
I didn't know. JJ and the Mofos. I mean,
they were interesting.
They were very interesting. Talented.
Yeah, very talented.
I give them that. They're very talented. They had some backup singers. I mean, it's like a blues, jazz. I don't even know really.
It was very jazzy.
Yeah, it's like an indie blues jazz, right?
Yeah. And
then you had the Colby A-Cuff. He was country.
Yeah.
About as country as they come.
Like yodeling country.
Yeah, like he was on a tractor that morning for sure.
Yeah.
Flew in to jump on the stage. But he had to work the fields first. There's no doubt about that. He looked like, I mean, didn't we say they were from Oklahoma?
No, you're thinking of Josh Malloy.
Oh, okay. Well, they both look like they own a tractor.
Hey, I mean, they did, but yeah,
I guarantee you they both own a tractor.
But no, Whiskey Myers was really good, though.
Yeah, it was a really good show. That's our second time seeing Whiskey Myers. First time we saw them, they were opening for Eric Church.
Yep, never heard of them before.
They did so good, we decided to go watch them headline. And, I mean, intense is the best way to describe it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what was his name? Kobe or something like that? The lead singer?
Yeah, whatever his name is.
They've got two Kobes on there.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird because for me, I enjoy a concert where they talk to the crowd.
Yeah.
And Whiskey Myers didn't really talk to the crowd a whole lot, but the intensity was on like a level 10. So,
I mean, no, they didn't really talk to the crowd that much, but there was a lot of crowd participation.
Oh yeah, it was funny because Whiskey Myers, he would sing the song a little slower than he does on the album. But the crowd didn't sing it that way. They sang it the regular way. So yeah, you could kind of see him smirking. I think he was doing it intentionally.
I think he was, but he would sing a bar and he would finish it a little bit quicker than usual. So he'd finish the bar and then you hear the crowd finishing it how it goes on the
right way.
Yeah, on the album or on the record or whatever. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
On the Spotify.
On the Spotify.
Yeah. Do we even say album anymore? I mean. They put out a new playlist.
Yeah, you probably don't say record.
Playlist with new songs. That's like basically all it is, which is cool. But great show. It was at Alpharetta, which is our favorite location because we know the secret there. We know where to park and how to get in and out really easily. Although I thought I made the parking lot attendant mad. Like I straight up ignored them this time.
Oh yeah, last time he tried to be nice.
Yeah, I asked, "Can I park over here by the wall?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, sure."
Well, at first he just completely ignored you.
Oh yeah, but he let me, and he was cool with it. This time I didn't ask. I cut across the field, cut across the grass. I didn't care. I knew where I needed to park at to get out, and I didn't want to get blocked in. letting some dude in middle school tell me where to park at. So I went and parked where I knew I needed to park at, and then came management.
Dude with a clipboard comes up to our window, and I was like, "Uh-oh, here we go."
That's what I was like, oh, man. I mean, I'd have talked my way out of it. What's he going to say? You can't park here. Like, you can now, but you couldn't have 5 minutes ago.
Be like, well, I paid to park here, so.
Yeah, get over it,
I paid
dude.
for the lot, not the spot, okay?
Ooh, that heat kicked on.
Yeah, it did.
And now it's off. Whew, I can feel it over here in my seat. Got me all hot and bothered. Getting all sweaty. So, yeah, great show. We didn't get kicked out of the parking lot. The guy was there to tell us we couldn't bring our guns in, so we had to leave the guns in the car.
Yep.
Such a Georgia thing. Only in the South do they have to tell you to leave your weapons in the car.
I know, right?
Of course, then you got frisked like you had a weapon.
I know.
Because your belt buckle went off.
I know. I walked through and I was like, because my belt usually doesn't go off. We have the same belt.
Mine always goes off, so.
But it didn't.
Well, did it go off on the big machine?
Yeah,
okay. So I don't know.
It went off on both. So
that's weird.
Yeah, but she's got her wand over there, and I'm like, oh, it's just. I lift my shirt up, show her my belt buckle, and she's like, all right, take your belt off, empty your pockets, take your pants off. I'm like, whoa.
Calm down, lady. This ain't the TSA. This is a concert.
This is Whiskey Myers.
Chill out.
Come on.
So. No, it was a good show. Great show. If you haven't seen Whiskey Myers, if you've never heard of them, check them out.
Yep.
Phenomenal band, phenomenal show. I'm hoping they have some new stuff coming out.
Yep, hopefully. Looks like it.
What else is new? I wore this shirt today. It's peach, I promise. But on video, it looks like Tennessee orange. So I'm wearing this in honor of my good friend Jonathan because his Tennessee Vols did beat the Roll Tide of Alabama.
And, anytime Alabama lose, that's a Georgia win.
That's a very good day in my book. Like, I'll celebrate an Alabama loss regardless. I think if Florida beat them, I wouldn't be as happy.
Why?
The Florida Gators,
I mean, yeah, but...
I got like a sickness when I even say the word Gators. Like, it just kind of...
But Gators are Roll Tide.
I don't know. It's a tough one for me. Can they tie at a loss? Can they both lose? Like,
what if both teams just don't show up?
Yeah, forfeit. That I would be good with that. So, but no, Tennessee beat Alabama. And Georgia beat Oklahoma. I mean,
it was Texas.
Was it? Oh yeah, it was Texas. So that shows how much I pay attention.
Yeah.
So Georgia beat number 1 seed Texas, and I mean it was a good Saturday. Bills won.
Yep.
Bills had a really good game. They showed up the second half and beat the crap out of the Titans. So that makes me happy. And then we had a race. Before we jump into a race, let's talk about our partner. So Designs by Sydney. If you don't know, she makes these custom hand-drawn minimalist stickers like you see right here. She also does custom Bill stickers, custom Thank You Denny stickers, and custom Thank You Denny shirts. She also takes care of all your professional needs. So if you need letterheads, business logos, stickers for work, T-shirts, any kind of graphics you need or any graphic design needs that your company may have, she definitely has you covered. Between, I'd say, Venus, Mars, Earth, she's probably the best one. I mean, it's
somewhere in the Milky Way.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a great graphic designer within this galaxy, we know the best one. Sydney's got you covered. So that's designsbysydney.com. You can see her website down here somewhere in this area of my hand. But if you use code CAR1024, that's CAR1024 at checkout, you'll get free shipping this month. And make sure to check out the which race was better poll that she puts out every week. I do believe the Xfinity race won yet again.
Good.
I'm going to have to get with Sydney at the end of the season and see how many times the Cup race actually wins.
Right.
Or the truck race. Like, Fox has ruined the truck series. Like, I don't even watch. I have no idea what's going on in the truck series anymore.
Not a clue.
And the next gen cars ruined the Cup series. So I'd be curious to see at the end of the season what percentage which race won the most of. I'm thinking it'll be the Xfinity because
yeah,
they pretty much win every week.
Oh, man.
So make sure you vote on that poll. And if you haven't heard, the official Thank You Denny t-shirt and sticker is now available at designsbysydney.com. So make sure you head over now. Use car1024, get free shipping when you order your sticker and t-shirt. I would suggest get both, sticker and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
John's got a t-shirt on the way.
Although this week we need a thank you, Dale.
Yeah,
sticker.
we do need a thank you, Dale. So let's jump into some racing hot takes since we've covered the best graphic designer in the Milky Way. Racing hot takes. First one we got, Dale Jr. If it wasn't for Dale Jr., we wouldn't have a whole lot to talk about today.
That's a fact. Thank you, Dale.
We say thank you, Denny, for NASCAR. We say thank you, Dale, for everything.
That's right.
I mean, that's like my Twitter name is Dale, yeah. So, yeah.
But Dale Jr.
What's he doing?
He's running the Budweiser number 8 in the Cars Tour.
Man, it's such a cool-looking car, too.
It is. It's iconic.
So today,
it doesn't get more iconic.
It's got the old number 8, the original styled number 8, like it's supposed to be. It looks proper, and it's a beautiful car. It says Bud on it. I mean, it's the red Bud car. Like that.
It's amazing.
To me, next to the black number 3, the red Bud car is the most iconic car in NASCAR, in my opinion. I know other people would put Jeff Gordon's car above the 8, but I put the 8 first and then Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
He teased it last night. So last night, Tony Uri Jr. posted a picture of the red Bud number 8 about 3/4 of an inch away from the wall at Homestead. And then Dale Jr. posted a little something about Dale Jr. sitting there looking at a Bud can. So we knew something was coming. We just didn't know what.
Did you see Budweiser responded to it with like the eye emoji?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It was cool. So then this morning I wake up and I saw it first from Bob Parker, so I sent it to John immediately. I said, hey, we got something to talk about now.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Dale.
So Dale Jr. is going to be running this in select late model stock car races this year and next year. He's already announced November 22nd and 23rd at Florence in South Carolina. He will be making the debut in the number 8 Bud car. That's going to be cool.
That is going to be very
We might
cool.
go to that. I'm just saying.
Like I want to go to that.
That'll be a last minute decision though. That'll the week of decision. You just got to see how finances and all that stuff lines up. But
yeah,
I got a customer that lives in the area. We might be able to crash in his basement or something. So, but definitely 2025. We're already in talks. I've talked to Sydney, talked to Janet and Eric, Deb and them, Jamie. You know, we're all going to try to get together and go watch this number 8 run on the track.
And it would be real cool if he won.
Oh, I think the chances of him winning are decent.
Yeah, I mean, he might not be the best, but he's definitely the most experienced.
I mean, the Cars Tour wrapped up this weekend. You had Butterbean winning the championship in the Cars Tour.
Yep.
You had Honeycutt, who will be a full-time truck driver next season. He won the championship in the Pro Late Models for the Cars Tour. So congratulations to those guys. Thank you to the Cars Tour for still putting on
great racing.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for the Cars Tour, all we'd left with is Kansas. And
Kansas
one Bristol fluke.
And Kansas wasn't even that good.
I just think this car's ran its course. Like, I think the drivers have figured this car out to a point where it's no better than...
Right, there's no edge.
Yeah, there's nothing any better anymore. Like, the parity... or whatever they want to call it, it's gone. Like you got
the parity is
everybody runs the same speed.
Yeah, and pit stops. That's your parity.
Yeah.
Like we should like change our marketing strategy from watch our racing to watch our pit stops because that's what determines a race at this point.
Yeah, and Denny Hamlin's crew sucks at that. So
yeah,
and Kyle Larson's crew must have been drinking with Denny Hamlin's crew the night before because
I'm gonna talk about Denny's crew later.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be talking about so.
I've got things to say.
I mean, I'm thinking that Dale Jr. probably picked up ownership copyrights for the number 8 because it's in his old school font.
Well, probably.
I mean, somebody posted on Twitter that it showed still pending on the website, but I don't know. I mean, I would assume he picked up the rights because his website, juniormotorsports.com, their store for Junior Nation's shop, they have a ton of number 8 red Budweiser number 8 stuff all over their website. Like it's old school shirts too. So it's like the shirts that we wore back when Dale Jr. was originally driving the number 8. They've remade them. I probably wouldn't wear any of them because they're just graphicked up, and I'm not. I just don't.
It's a NASCAR T-shirt.
Yeah, I'm plain T-shirt. Give me one little logo, and I'm happy. But I don't need a lot of stuff on my shirt. But they have some really cool die cast and some really cool helmets on there, throwing it back. So I'm thinking we'll add to the case. You can't see it on the screen, but there's a case over here with a bunch of racing die cast and stuff in it. So I'm thinking we're definitely going to have to add this new late model stock to it.
Oh, that would be cool, yeah.
I mean, John's got the number 8.
I've got like 5 of them.
Yeah, he's got a number 8 car. And then he's got an 88, the throwback he drove at Homestead for his final race.
Yep.
So, I mean, we've got up here, we've got a number 8 up there, the baseball-themed car we got up there, the number 3 car that him and his dad drove in the IMSA 24 Hours race together. We got a Rusty Ballas car, Kurt Busch car, Terry Labonte. So I'm thinking a Dale Jr. late model stock car is definitely...
would fit just nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a mandatory purchase, I believe.
Yep, that's like our Christmas present.
Yeah, to ourselves.
Yeah.
To the studio. The studio needs a Dale Jr. diecast. It probably won't be here by Christmas.
No.
Those things are like 6 to 12 months out usually.
Next Christmas.
Yeah, it'll be a next Christmas gift. So.
Yeah.
But let's start talking about Vegas a little bit. Let's talk Saturday's Xfinity race. AJ Allmendinger goes out and pretty much puts a spanking on the field.
Pretty much. I mean,
leading 100 and something laps. I mean,
whew.
And it's not who you would expect.
Right. You don't expect AJ to be winning on 1.5 miles. So now if it's a road course, it's okay, AJ Allmendinger. But he did win Vegas, I think 2021.
Well, and he did it Saturday in dominating fashion. Like,
yeah, I mean,
he didn't strategy.
He didn't Joey Logano it.
Yeah, he didn't fuel mileage his way into it. Like, I swear, I don't understand how Joey Logano, they don't catch him for cheating on these fuel mileage races, but that's not what AJ did. AJ went out there, he put a whooping on everybody else. Ryan Sieg was catching him.
Yeah,
I do believe without Sammy Smith parking on the back straightaway to bring out a caution and then taking back off when the caution came out, I do think Ryan Sieg would have had a chance, but I don't know. Ryan Sieg's young. He's not used to being in that position, and yeah, he could have done things a little differently, but you take it when you take your shot when you got to take your shot.
Yep.
But AJ Allmendinger on the restarts was definitely faster all day long. So I kind of knew when I went back and watched it that he was going to probably take off there.
Yeah, and he did.
So congratulations. I mean, Colleague and AJ did what they needed to do. It's you got 3 races to make it to the championship 4. If you survive to the round of 8, then you have 3 races.
Right.
All you have to do is show up to one of those 3 races and dominate, and you make it to the championship.
Yep.
He didn't have to do anything all season. He could have stayed at home all season. Well, not really. You got
to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah. But AJ went out, won a race. I mean, they played the game. And we're gonna talk more about this game.
Oh yeah.
But they did what they had to do. What's the old saying? Hate the game, don't hate the player, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah. So don't hate AJ, hate the game.
Hate NASCAR.
I can't be mad at AJ. I mean, AJ did what AJ needed to do to make it into the round of 4.
Yep.
So good for you, AJ. I don't know that I'm going to sound this happy when I talk about Joey here in a minute doing the same
thing.
But
the 22.
Joey's different. Like, my dislike for Joey is on another level than it is for AJ. I actually like AJ. His energy is infectious, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how do you watch an AJ Allmendinger interview and not like the guy? Like, he's an easy guy to like.
Yeah, definitely. But
Sammy Smith stops on the back straightaway. He's going really slow. He had an electrical gremlin. I mean, they'll get you. Them gremlins will get you. So he's going down the back straightaway real slow, and this stops. Caution comes out. He takes off. So, it started back.
Oh, man, that's weird.
I think it was the yellow flag switch. It was interfering.
It like sent out an electrical wave.
Yeah. So
and
when they hit
restarted his
switch,
car.
Yeah, it had some kind of UVA or something going out. I don't know. But whatever the radio frequency from that light was, it flipped his car back on.
Yeah, he was good to go. Not really, but...
I was listening to Door Bumper Clear, and Chip Childress was on there, and he was talking about how in the Cars Tour, when you stop on the track and bring out a caution, you get a 3-lap penalty. And that's pretty much, it's helped stop that from happening in the Cars Tour. It's made a huge improvement in their racing. I don't know why NASCAR doesn't implement something like that.
When's the last time you said, well, that's made a huge improvement when it comes to NASCAR?
I'm hoping when the lawsuit's done, I'll be able to say that. But no, I mean, this car made a huge disprovement.
It brought the quality way down.
Way down. Like, I can't stand this car. But, you know, actually, NASCAR didn't do anything stupid this weekend.
No, they didn't.
It's the first time in a long time I haven't gotten on here and I'm mad at NASCAR. I'm really just, honestly, if they wouldn't have even raced this weekend, I'd feel the exact same way as I feel now.
Well, I don't know. Well, Joey did win.
Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, I mean, did you listen to Action's Detrimental? I didn't even finish it. Didn't he sound so depressed? Like,
I know,
he needs better help.
He does.
They're going to have to get him a sponsorship with BetterHelp.com.
I mean, I don't blame Denny for being so down though, because Saturday they qualified 6th. That's better than they usually qualify at Vegas. They were fast during practice. I watched some of practice, and he passed Bell during practice.
I think Joe Gibbs is just cheaped out.
And then come Sunday, he can't go the right way.
He could go. He went backwards was the only way he went.
Yeah.
He went the right way for everybody else, just not for him.
Yeah. Well,
now, we'll talk about that too. So let's jump into Cup racing. We've talked about the Xfinity race. So was Vegas a good race poll? I voted no.
I voted no.
So you got 2 no's here.
Different reasons, though.
66% of you said yes. 34% of you said no. I voted no solely because Joey Logano won.
I voted no partly because Joey won. I voted no because I was just bored out of my mind throughout that whole race.
I see, I was too, but it could have been a Kansas-like finish, 17 wide. Joey Logano wins. I'm voting no. I don't care how exciting the race is. I will vote no if Joey Logano wins. Sydney, I'm sorry. I know he's your guy. And off the track, I actually like Joey. He does a lot off the track that I can get behind and support. In the booth, I really like Joey.
Yeah.
Joey in a car, I just don't like. I don't hate him. I won't say I hate Joey because I used to, but now I don't hate him. His off-track stuff's made me not hate the guy. But I cannot pull for Joey Logano.
No, absolutely not. Not a chance.
And I can't vote no, yes, on a good race poll because if Joey wins, to me, that's a bad race.
Yeah.
But I'm man enough to admit that. Like, for the whole world to know, I voted no solely because Joey Logano won. Now, if, I don't know, Christopher Bell would have won that race, I'd still voted no.
Yeah.
Although I will say that last run, that was probably the best part of the whole race.
It was till about 4 to go, and you realize Bell's not catching him.
Yeah,
and then it took everything out of it.
Yeah, I think if Bell would have been able to catch him, even if he didn't pass him, it still would have changed my vote, but it might have changed your vote.
Yeah, but if Bell could have given him a run for his money.
Yeah, honestly, I think if Bell would have got there, Blaney was going to block him and hold him.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
and Bell was not going to be able to pass him because air.
The Penske guys and their teamwork. It's far and beyond above what any other team remotely does.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no team in the NASCAR circuit that works as well together as Penske.
No, it's not even close.
You don't even have to tell them. It's not like somebody came over Blaney's radio and said, "Here comes Joey. He's going to need you to bump draft him to the victory." Nobody had to tell him that. Blaney's just like, "Oh, yeah, there's my teammate. This is what I'm supposed to do. I love you, Joey."
Oh, man.
The great Joey.
Well, I mean, it's not like Blaney was having a good day.
No, Blaney hit the wall so hard on one side, he broke both toe links. Broke the toe link on the other side. That was crazy.
Oh, man.
So what we're going to do, since there's not a lot to talk about this week, we're going to go through the 8 playoff drivers and their day, talk about that. And then there's only one bullet point to talk about outside of those 8 drivers. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to go in order. We'll just start with Joey Logano.
The 22.
Joey Logano on a fuel strategy.
Of course.
Saves enough gas to win the race.
Yep.
Like at Nashville, he saved what, 30, 40 laps of gas?
Yeah, like 30 plus more than what they were predicting.
How are we not?
Look, I guarantee
he's got gas somewhere in that car.
In Joey's water bottle, it's filled up with gasoline, okay? He doesn't drink water throughout the entire race.
Maybe he pees gas.
Maybe
he drinks gasoline all week, and then at the end, he's got a hose he pees into, and it runs into the gas tank, and it's just enough octane in there to get him through. Maybe that's what made his hair grow back. Maybe it wasn't just for men hair growth or whatever he did. Maybe it's all the gasoline he's drinking.
Oh, man. I was saying, though, this dude is masterclass at saving fuel.
Some people piss excellence. He pisses high octane. I'm telling you, there nobody else on the track can save gas like Joey Logano.
That's
nobody.
Fact.
I mean, Denny Hamlin can't dream of saving gas like Joey Logano. So it's a big part Joey.
Yeah.
He's just figured out fuel strategy and knows how to do it very well. And it's a big part Penske.
Yeah,
as
Penske
a
and
team.
the Fords.
As a team, though, I don't think Penske's that fast. They're not winning on speed. I mean,
no.
Joey Logano has, 6, I think, top 5s all season. And he's already locked in the round of 4.
But he hasn't even been leading laps.
No, he's led 24. So he's led like 300 laps this season, but 200 of the laps he led was at North Wilkesboro, a non-points boring race that doesn't count. So he won 3 races this year. We can't take that away. He led 9 laps to win at Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
He led 9 laps to win at Atlanta.
Yep.
And he led 6 laps to win at Vegas. That's 24 laps in his 3 victories. That's not nothing to write home about.
Right.
Which brings me to my next question for you. How do you feel about the playoff format now that it allows somebody like Joey to strategy his way into a championship race?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been too critical of the playoff format, but I don't know. It's just Joey wins this race, and now all he has to do is show up next week, drive a lap, go park his car in the garage, and go home. And he still makes it to the championship race.
He'll run the whole race. I mean, he's not going to, but yeah, you're right.
He could 100% go out, run a lap, park his car, go home. And he still gets to go to Phoenix.
I don't like it. I think, I don't know. I say I don't like it, but I don't like it because it's Joey Logano. He's doing exactly what A.J. Allmendinger did.
Yeah, I mean,
Penske is playing the game.
And they're the best.
That's why I don't like this. I think this format leads to stuff like this. It leads to this conversation, and that's what we should. I like the way the Cars Tour does it.
It makes you wonder, is your best driver winning your championship? No,
because you have 26 races and then 10 or 24, whatever it is. However many races in the regular season, that essentially doesn't matter.
You win one of those, and then it doesn't matter.
You just got to make it to the championship, to the round of 16, and then you have a shot. And Joey Logano survived. He was out last week.
Oh, that makes it more infuriating.
Exactly. I think that's what annoys me the most about this is he was out, but because of a penalty, a disqualification, nothing on racing. It wasn't anything done driving wise. And Alex Bowman didn't win the race to make it in.
No.
He barely made it in. But he did what he needed to do. His car was a little light on weight, so he's out. Joey Logano, you're back in. Joey Logano comes out this weekend, and I mean, I knew Joey Logano was going to win that race when Christopher Bell came down and Joey didn't. And they said, Joey Logano is going to try a fuel strategy play here. I'm like,
well, okay, he won.
We know he won. Honestly, I think Joey wins the championship.
I hope not. Nothing in NASCAR could make me happier than if Joey Logano gets wrecked by Austin Dillon at Phoenix.
Lap 1.
Yep.
Matter of fact, before we even go green.
while they're getting lined up.
Yeah. On pit road, Austin Dillon just runs right into him, takes him out.
That or his engine blows up.
Yeah, I mean, if his engine blows up at Phoenix before the race starts, that'd be a good race for me.
Yeah, it would.
I would probably vote yes on that.
That'd be
Phoenix
the first
poll.
ever time we vote yes at Phoenix.
It would definitely be the first ever time we vote yes at Phoenix, and probably the only time we vote yes at Phoenix.
Oh man,
it's crazy, but yeah, we're going. I think NASCAR needs to change it up. I think it needs to go to a 3-race playoff, a 3-race championship, or 4 even.
Something.
Instead of a 1-race shootout, it's still going to come down to 1 race, but it allows your best driver. I don't know. I really don't know how to do it. We keep doing it like we keep doing it. That's fine too. I mean, because you're just going to have people like Joey Logano win the championship, or you're going to, it sets up for anybody to win the championship. I do not think the season matters, though, as far as the championship. All that matters is getting 1 win
and getting into that,
making it to the round of 16. And then the last 10 races, they break those up into 3-race segments, and then they run a championship. I mean, I don't like the format. I don't know that the old format's going to be any better. Like, I don't know. I really don't.
It just needs to be something where every race matters.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I don't care what you do. I don't care how it's done. I think every race should count. We race so many races throughout the year. We have one of the busiest schedules, besides like baseball. They, play 5 games a day, but we have one of the most busiest schedules, and every race doesn't matter.
That's what annoys me at this point. Like, like I said, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we dislike Joey Logano so much, we're annoyed.
Right.
If Chase Elliott would have won that race, honestly, if Chase Elliott would have won it on field strategy, you still wouldn't have one of the best. Like, Christopher Bell's had a really good season.
Mm-hmm. Larson's had a great season, but these guys could essentially not make it. Yeah, like
Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney goes out and wins Homestead. He makes it in. Chase Elliott goes out and wins Martinsville. He makes it in. Christopher Bell, or it's going to come down to 1 driver, and then it takes your best drivers out.
Yeah,
William Byron's had a pretty good season, all season.
He was kind of a little shaky in the summer months.
Yeah, but I mean,
he was a little quiet.
He didn't have to be good,
right?
They're at the summer months. HMS is focused on getting Bowman in the championship or the round of 16. That's the thing. Like,
yeah, Larson's been the best all season.
I think these teams, though, they focus so let's say Kyle Larson wins Daytona next season. They're going to put a little more effort into the other 3 teams over Kyle Larson. That doesn't mean Larson's not going to dominate all season or get good stuff, but I'm just saying they're going to cheat it up a little more on the other 3 cars trying to get them in versus Larson.
Yeah.
You put a little extra oomph into those other guys to get them to the round of 16.
So what's Joe Gibbs' excuse for Denny?
I think Joe Gibbs is getting old.
Putting in the bell?
I think he's just getting old, man. I think Gibbs is getting old. I don't think he's got the money to back the team like he used to have it. He doesn't have the talent there anymore like he used to have. I think Denny's just working with what he's got to work with. I really think Denny would be better off racing for 2311.
I was about to say, Denny needs to make the move.
He needs to make the move because then he can make the big calls. He can make sure he's got the pit crew and all that good stuff that he needs to win. So
that would be cool because I don't see Denny winning the championship this year.
I don't either. All right, Christopher Bell, he is second in points. He's 42 points to the good. Joey Logano's locked in. Christopher Bell has a 42-point cushion right now, which is not enough to guarantee you a spot in the round of 4. I mean, remember, Allgaier had a 47-point lead in the regular season championship.
Yep.
Going into, Darlington? Is that where we ended at this year? Yeah, and then lost.
Oh, wait, no, it was Bristol.
No. Oh, yeah, for them. Yeah,
for them it was Bristol.
So Bristol, he had it going in there. That's another thing. We need to get these playoffs on the same flipping schedule. Like the truck series starts in Daytona. They take 12 weeks off, and then they come back, run 6 races, take 4 weeks off. Their championship started like in July. Like I don't even know what's going on there.
Oh man,
They had like a round of 32, and they dwindled it down. Like I don't even know when the last time. I don't watch, but when I did watch, it was confusing. So, but Xfinity, it's around. They only have 8 or 12, right?
12, yeah, only 12.
Yeah, come on, 16. Let's keep them even.
Right, like aren't you like? Isn't this our lower league? Shouldn't you be preparing them for the next?
They're just confusing them, which is preparing them to run Cup.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
they want to make sure they have no idea what's going on, and they're saying, "All right, you're ready. Officially ready for Cup. You don't know what's going on."
That makes sense.
So Christopher Bell plus 42 to the good.
Had a great day.
He led the most laps. I think he led 155 laps yesterday. He finished, second in stage 1. He won stage 2. Great points day.
Oh yeah.
And the strategy call to stay out worked for Joey, and it almost worked for C-Bell. Now, they said Christopher Bell couldn't stay out and save enough fuel to finish because he had been leading so much. When you dominate, you use more gas than when you Joey Logano it and run mid-pack.
Yeah.
Which I think,
Joey wasn't running mid, but...
He was running mid-10.
Yeah, but it's not mid-pack.
Mid of the top 10. That's mid-top 10s. I mean, you got a shot to win from like... Actually, with this car, you got to be third or better to have a shot to win at the end. But
yeah,
you're not going to come from 8th. I think 8th is considered a bad day in this car, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Christopher Bell had a really good day. They were clicking on all cylinders. He was dominating, and
it was the team to beat
all day. And honestly, he's my championship favorite if he makes it to Phoenix. I think he can beat Larson. I think it'll come down between. Well, now it's Joey's. Joey's going to win the championship, but
stop saying that.
He's going to win it, man. I'm telling you, he's going to win it. He's got 2 weeks to prepare for it. They don't even have to show up with anything. Like they can just bring Ryan Blaney's car the next 2 weeks. Joey will quietly go out. He's going to quietly quit over the next 2 weeks, and then he's going to go out and win the championship.
No,
I don't want it either. Trust me. There's.
Literally anyone else from this round of 8.
Yes.
Literally anybody else.
I was pulling for Daniel Suarez to win the race yesterday.
Yeah.
That's how bad I didn't want Joey to win. And I don't like Daniel Suarez and Joey are like some days.
Depends on the day.
Yeah. Some days I dislike Daniel more than Joey. And Daniel's in the booth too. And I absolutely can't stand when Daniel Suarez is in the booth. I won't watch the race if he's commentating the booth. I can't do it. I just can't. I can't understand me half the time, so I definitely can't understand Daniel Suarez up there.
Lee Diffie's bad enough.
Yeah, that Brit. That British guy. Him on Door Bumper Clear was phenomenal.
It was.
That was after listening to that, I like him even more.
Yeah.
If that was
even
possible.
Cool.
All right.
Larson,
so
right?
Christopher Bell finished second. That's
Larson's next, right?
Kyle Larson. He's plus 35 to the good.
What a day for Larson, man.
So he pits with debris stuck in his front grille.
He's got that number 3 debris.
He had a piece of aluminum off the wheel from Austin Dillon's car. So do we want to go ahead and talk about the Austin Dillon wreck now or talk about it when we finish?
Well, let's talk about it now. I mean, what's there to talk about? He got hemwrecked.
So, yeah. He got hemwrecked. That's it. Daniel Hemrick drove right through him.
You forgot to, Daniel Hemrick, he's just learning from his role model, Austin Dillon.
Yeah, I mean, he Austin Dillon.
Yeah.
Hemrick, Austin Dillon. And those are semi-teammates, technically.
Yeah.
Because Colleague is like next door to RCR, and Pop holds their hand on everything they do at Colleague. So maybe that explains why Colleague runs like they do.
But yeah, so Daniel Hemrick, Austin Dillon, and then Larson got a piece of Austin Dillon's wheel stuck in his
That's a hard hit.
grill.
That's a really hard hit Austin took to the wall.
Yeah, I mean...
it knocked the breath out of me.
Whew.
It knocked the breath out of Austin so bad he gave the one-finger salute to Daniel Hemrick as he drove by.
Yep.
California, hello, baby. He only gave him one salute, though. I mean, he didn't chase Elliott with 2, so...
Yeah.
No double birds there. But that piece of the wheel, he hit the wall so hard, it shattered his wheel. A piece of the wheel goes through the front of Kyle Larson's car. I don't know if NASCAR just missed it as they were cleaning the track up or or what. I don't know how it happened, but either way, it went through the grill of Kyle Larson's car. He had to come down pit road. They had to get that taken care of.
And then everything seemed fine.
Yeah. So we thought. Then Kyle Larson comes back down to pit again a little bit later.
On the green flag.
And he just blew it. I mean, he Denny Hamlined it. His crew Denny Hamlined it all the way.
I mean, that was one of the worst pit stops I've ever seen. They changed
the front right, the rear right got stuck. So they run around the left side, driver's side, start changing tires there. The rear tire changer runs back around and tightens the lug nut on the rear right side. They go back to the left side. They get one tire changed, and they send him on his way.
Yep.
They should have held him and just changed all 4 tires, because then they had to come back down and change a 4th tire later.
I mean, it was, and which, ended them 2 laps down. Well, I mean, I thought his day was over.
I thought his day was over too, but it's not. So his car was okay. He even said before the race started, we don't have the fastest car. He qualified, 5th?
Yeah. He was real disappointed about it.
Yeah. I heard him talking about how slow his car was, and I looked up qualifying. I'm like, he qualified 5th. That's slow. I mean, I guess for Kyle Larson, when he's used to leading every lap of the race, which he'll probably do, I think, in one of the next 2 races.
Yeah.
He'll either lead every lap at Homestead or Martinsville.
One of the 2. He has a knack for doing that.
Just when it matters.
Yeah.
But Kyle Larson, he did bring home an 11th place finish, right?
Yep.
So, let's see. He finished 10th in stage 1. He didn't get anything in stage 2 and finished 11th. So, good rebound.
I want to talk about how he managed to get back and finish 11th. So, he's 2 laps down. I don't remember how they got that first lap back, but a little bit later in the race, it's Larson and Ty Gibbs racing to be the last car a lap down. Larson passes Ty Gibbs, and Ty Gibbs, I think he's like tearing up in his car a little bit, and overdrives it, runs out of talent.
You think he had tears in his eyes?
Yeah, that's.
Like, I'm not gonna. Or do you think Mr. H walked down there and wrote a check? Joe Gibbs goes, look, I can tell you're struggling, obviously, by your Denny Hamlin pit crew here financially. Let me just cut you a check.
Yeah, and
here you go.
Tell Ty to spin it around.
This will pay for Ty's damage on his car. Oh, look, Gibbs is in the wall.
Whoa.
They come over the radio and go, bank account, bank account, bank account.
Oh, I know what that means.
That means hit the wall. So, no, I don't know what happened there, but yeah, Gibbs gets into the wall.
Just running too hard.
Caution comes out, gets a lap back.
Larson gets his lap back, and then he drives back up through the field and finishes 11th.
Yeah, I mean, good for them. I mean, that Cliff Daniels is probably one of the smartest minds in the garage.
I think
they rebounded well.
Yeah, I think Chris Gabehart needs to go have a chat with him.
Yeah, Gabehart might want to go work at 2311 when Denny goes there. All right, next up, William Byron. He is plus 27.
William Byron's had a solid past couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, William Byron's looked like the William Byron that started the season off.
Yeah.
I mean, he ran really good for the first 10 races or so. Kind of died off mid-season, then came back and picked it back up.
Yeah.
At the end here. And when it matters, he's picked it back up. So I can't hate him for that.
No, I mean, he finished like 3rd?
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a very solid playoff run.
Hey, I mean, I think William Byron, he really had a quiet day yesterday.
He did.
He didn't do anything spectacular, nothing stupid. Finished stage 1 in 4th and 3rd in stage 2 and finished the day in 4th. I mean, he's plus 27 to the good. I don't, next to being locked in, I think that's about as good as you're going to get right now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that he's plus 27. William Byron is plus 27 and he's in 4th.
Yep.
And then you have Denny Hamlin up next. He is negative 27
Ooh.
to the bad.
Man, what a day for Denny.
He unloaded off the truck, in my opinion, slow.
On Sunday.
Yeah, not slow. Slow for what I expected. I expected Denny to run really good here at Vegas and be strong.
So,
because, look, Christopher Bell ran good, so we know Gibbs knows what they're doing here.
Right. Here's my thing. obviously Denny had the better long run car. In that first stage, they take the green flag. He drops back a couple positions. I think it was like 10, 11th. Then as laps go on, he gets back up to about 6th. Then green flag pit stops come along, and that's where his day was over. He comes into the pits like 6th or something like that, and he leaves it like 15th.
I think for Denny, as long as they don't have green flag stops, he's got a pretty good shot at winning the race.
So that first set of green flag pit stops, I was watching the times. Larson was like a 9. Bell was 9. I mean, it was all like 8.9s to 9.6s. Denny's was 12.4.
I mean, that's how Denny's whole day went. I mean, it's like they couldn't win for losing in the pits.
No.
Like I said, it looks like his pit crew was out drinking all night Saturday night, half the morning Sunday morning, and they latarded it and got up there like Steve Letarte, half drunk. No offense, Steve, but you sound drunk on Saturday. Every Saturday now. But that's what they look like. They look like they was just out there just winging it. Like,
yeah,
this is our first time ever in the big show, boys. Let's see what we can do. And we suck.
I know. And then they're trying to get Denny's track position back because that's all that matters now. And so they take a 2-tire stop. That obviously wasn't going to work at Vegas, a track that is known for where tires matter. So Denny loses a bunch of more positions. He ends up pitting, taking all 4 tires. At one point, he was a lap down. Then there's another pit stop later in the race where, he was undercutting his box all day, but they just forgot to loosen one of the tires, and they sent him off and then called him back. So he backed back up, fixed a tire, and like came out, in the 20s, something like that.
Yeah, he couldn't win for, like I said, it was just, honestly, that 2-tire stop, I get it. I understand where Chris Gabehart was going with his thought process there, but like, it's not going to work here.
Stop trying to outplay the system. Like, sometimes you just got to play the race.
Yeah, just run the race.
Yeah, because I feel like that's something Gabehart's been doing a lot since the break. It's just been making these, like, trying to outplay the race.
Well, I think you're on to something, because since the Olympic break, the pit crew Denny's pit crews just sucked.
He had one of the best pit crews at the beginning of the year, and even through the mid part of the year. Yeah, they were really solid.
Like I said, there's something going on at Joe Gibbs Racing we don't know about, because it's like that team can't win for losing somebody. I mean, used to be they had 2 or 3 cars that were good every weekend and one backmarker team. Now it's like 3 backmarkers and 1 good one.
And Bell.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I'm saying earlier about Denny's pit crew is this playoff has been a disaster for Denny.
100%.
The first 2 rounds of the playoffs, they were not good races for Denny. Bunch of tracks Denny's not good at, especially in this next gen car. But then you had a couple of races. Bristol, the pit crew showed up. Denny showed up. He finished like 3rd. He had a good day at Bristol. Kansas, which was another track that Denny is historically good at, and a day that they needed to do good at. Pit crew fumbles it. We get to this round of 8, and
he ain't lying.
We get to the round of 8, and we're like, okay, now these are some tracks Denny is good at. Pit crew fumbles. Like, I don't think we have come on this show and talked about Denny's mistakes.
No, I don't feel like Denny's done anything here.
No, I don't either.
Denny gets screwed more by his pit crew and his own team than himself.
Yeah, that's frustrating as a Denny Hamlin fan, is that the driver himself is doing what he needs to do. Everyone else is just fumbling it when it really matters. Because, Watkins Glen, Atlanta, Talladega, the Roval, all these tracks, the pit crew does good, but when it really matters in these crucial races, they absolutely fumble the bag.
100%. That's what I mean. Like, it's not that Denny's done anything wrong. I mean, the same with the motor.
Yeah.
I mean, he lost all the. I mean, I don't think that ruined his championship run
No.
because somebody else on his team was going to ruin it anyway. But that's what I mean. Like, Denny didn't do anything wrong to lose that win. They took a win away from Denny because his team accidentally sent the wrong motor back to California, and they accidentally took off the tab and broke the motor down, and shouldn't have happened, but it did. Then you had his pit crew. I mean, you're right. Ever since that break, the pit crew has just not been clicking.
No, especially when it matters most.
That's the thing. When it doesn't matter, I think they're okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they can handle the pressure.
No, I don't know what happened because earlier this year, they were one of the best pit crews.
Well, I mean, historically, Joe Gibbs has had the best pit crews in NASCAR. So I'm with you. I don't know what's happened, but whatever it is, they need to fix it.
Yeah.
Because there's no way.
It's ruined Denny's championship run.
I think his championship run's over.
I do too.
I don't see him making it past this round.
I don't either. He needs a miracle.
I'll be honest, I don't see anybody currently below the cut line making it past this round.
Reddick's the only one I see making it.
Where?
Homestead.
Okay. He's never won there, though.
I thought he won there.
Xfinity race. He's won 2 Xfinity championships by winning the race there.
He's
had 4 runs here in the new car, I think, and he's got 3 top 4s.
It's not bad.
No, I got the stats down here, so we're talking about that here in a second. Tyler Reddick. Oh, so Denny finished 8th.
Yep.
He had a strategy call too.
Managed to salvage the day.
And finished 8th, but he had 0 stage points.
You need to win.
So Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott are the next 3. We're going to talk about them all together.
Yeah.
But we'll start with Reddick. He's negative 30. He won stage 1, so he got some stage points there.
Yep.
At the start of stage 2, Reddick shot the gap.
And the gap closed very quickly.
There. Somebody on Sirius XM, Danielle Trotta, I think they said did it. She, I didn't hear this. I'm just going by what they said off Twitter, but she blamed that whole thing on Martin Truex Jr.
What?
I know. Even Tyler Reddick got out of the car and admitted it was his fault.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, let's get one thing straight. None of that was Chase's fault.
Nope. None of it was Blaney's.
None of it was Blaney's.
None of it was Martin Truex's.
No, it was Tyler Reddick. And when Tyler Reddick got out of the car, he said, I saw the gap and I made a split-second decision to go for it or not. And I figured I had to go for it. And I went for it. Didn't work. That's my fault.
But, isn't that a Tyler Reddick thing to do?
It's a very Tyler Reddick.
I feel like
that's how. But let's be honest, though. That's how Tyler Reddick made it here.
Yeah, I feel like Tyler makes more risky moves than anybody else,
and that's how he made it here.
Yeah, and it sometimes it works,
sometimes it doesn't.
But more times than not, I feel like it does work. We just talk about it not working because when it don't work big.
Yeah, it really don't work.
So Tyler shoots the gap. It didn't work out. Since Tyler
and Chase
and Brad Keselowski sliding through the grass, Tyler hit the quarter-mile track and bopped up,
started flipping. Over. Man, I tell you what, when he got out of that car, he was like, "You gotta be flipping kidding me, man."
He was flipping. He was not happy, but he drove it back. He drove it back. That was like the most Dale Earnhardt-esque thing I've ever seen.
I know. I mean, he literally just tumbled over the track, and then he lands it, and he's like, "Okay."
The greatest thing in NASCAR history, Dale Earnhardt flips his car, gets in the ambulance. It's like, "Oh, can I still drive that thing?" Jumps out of the ambulance, puts his helmet back on, gets in the car, and drives it to pit road.
Yep.
Like, that's what it reminded me of when Tyler. Now, it wasn't as cool as when Earnhardt did it, but
yeah,
that's what I thought of. So it was kind of cool in that moment.
I guarantee you, Tyler was like, "They are not towing me back. They are not towing me back.
They're not taking me to the campground. I'm going into my pits and I'm going to my garage." I mean, I knew his car. You could see the left front wheel was just flopping around like old floppy.
I think he broke a toe link.
Oh, he broke a leg. I mean, the leg link. It was more than just the toe link.
Oh yeah,
that whole thing was shot. So he broke that. Chase Elliott damaged his suspension. Brad Keselowski, as he went back up across the track, Ryan Blaney swerved to miss him. Ryan Blaney tapped the outside wall with the right side of his car, broke his right rear toe link and his left rear toe link somehow was broken there too. So
these cars are sensitive.
These cars are so sensitive. They're easily triggered. These liberal cars.
Oh man.
It's uncalled for, right? Like I think these cars should be able to take a little more hit than what they can, but they can't. Like the body of the car can take a licking.
I know.
But the toe link can't.
The components just fall apart.
So here's a question. Tyler Reddick goes sliding through that grass. Should we even have grass at racetracks anymore?
If you want to stop people from flipping, then no.
I don't think we should either. I think you could still have a curb there for the quarter-mile track, but I don't know if that would have flipped him over. Throw some turtles out there like we do at the Roval. I mean, we can do anything we want, right? So get rid of the grass, pave it over. It would save a lot of damage.
Yeah.
If we're really here to save the team's money, that's where I would start at. I wouldn't develop a brand new car where I own all the rights to the parts manufacturers and make you pay my price to rent my car for the whole season. I would pave the grass areas.
Maybe, I would say maybe NASCAR.
Maybe they should vote for me for president of NASCAR. Is that a votable thing? I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either. But
let's do it anyway.
We'll do a poll.
I would be president of NASCAR for a week, and I go and pave all these grass spots. I don't think we need grass. We just need to paint it green, put turf down. Really, Charlotte did turf because of the Roval.
Yeah.
And the turf makes a huge difference when the cars get loose in that turf. Yeah. It's not like getting loose in the grass. So either
you're not digging into it.
Either pave it or turf it. I don't care which one you do, but we need to do one of them, and we'll quit destroying these cars. I mean, just spinning out is enough of a punishment in these cars because you can't pass to get your spot back.
Nope.
So you don't have to flip it to be punished anymore. So Ryan Blaney, he's negative 47. He got 0 stage points, ended up finishing 32nd. He was involved, like we said, in the Tyler Reddick wreck.
Yep.
Chase Elliott, another disaster of a day for him.
Yep. Was involved in that wreck. Got his car back up running from the DVP clock and then took it to the garage. He came out with I think it was minus 27.
Yeah, once he couldn't pass anybody else to make up any spots, he pulled it in and ended his day.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. He's out there running around miserably anyway. But so Chase is negative 53 to the good.
I think if you are below the cut line, you are in a must-win situation.
I agree 1,000% with that. If you are not, I know you got Reddick. So you have Reddick winning Homestead?
I do.
You got Joey Logano, Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, William Byron. I think that's your championship 4. I don't think it changes. I mean, I understand. I see where you're coming from, and I don't think you're wrong, but I don't think you're right either.
I mean,
it could happen.
Reddick has been having a Blaney-esque championship run.
Well, he flipped yesterday.
Well, yes, but I feel like he's been scrapping his way through this entire championship run.
So here's my only concern. He's negative 30. You just said, and I agree 1,000% with you, you have to win to make it to the next round.
Yeah.
I think the pressure is going to get to Reddick. He's going to make another stupid, risky move. I don't see Denny, Reddick, Blaney, or Elliott making the championship 4.
The only person I see making it is Reddick. I think he's the only one that has a shot because I think he's the only one that is going to take those risky opportunities and can make it work.
So let's at Homestead.
Look at Roval.
Denny has 3 wins at Homestead. Kyle Larson has 1 win. William Byron has 1 win, and Christopher Bell has 1 win. Tyler Reddick has no wins at Homestead.
I still think he can do it.
I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't think you're wrong.
I mean, look at his run at the Roval.
I get it. I'm with you. But he was limping along to do that too. He's not going to be able to limp his way into the Final 4.
No, but I think he's got a good shot at not having to limp his way through.
How you figure? At this point, he is limping.
I don't know. I think they had a good shot. They had a good car today.
Well, they definitely had a good car till he flipped.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Tyler Reddick, in order for him to win, he has to race within his limits. He can't go out there and just throw caution to the wind.
Right. But I still think he can pull it off. I think he's got 2 more races to do some risky crap and make it work.
Maybe. We'll see. I mean, we'll know here in a few days.
I don't think Denny, I don't think Blaney, and I don't think Elliott's ever gonna do that move that Reddick did. But I think Reddick doing that move gives him a shot at making it in.
Maybe. I don't think.
I think Larson, Bell, and Byron are the cars to beat. In order to beat them, you're gonna have to do some risky moves.
Yeah, I think Larson goes out and win Homestead.
That's fair.
And I don't know about Martinsville. I mean, it's HMS runs so good at Martinsville.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Chase Elliott dominating Martinsville. Honestly, I see Larson winning Homestead and Martinsville.
He could.
That's
such a safe option.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe.
So I think Larson's going to win every race.
He could. I mean, I hate that.
He's so good.
But he could. And I'm not even a massive Larson fan. I like Kyle Larson because he's a father and his kids interact during his victory lane celebrations. And as a dad, I think it's really cool. I mean, Kyle Larson, when him and Brexton, when he would throw Brexton in the air when he would win, not Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch would throw his son in the air when he would win. It made me like Kyle Busch more because he was a dad. And I like to see these guys be a dad. Like I said, it makes it easier for me to relate to him.
Yeah.
So I like watching Larson win, but Larson legitimately could go out and win the next 2 races.
Yes, he could. But, you're over here, best driver, most dominant driver of the season. I'm over here, scrappy underdog.
Yeah, I mean, you got Tyler Reddick, the risk taker, but he could win. I mean, he runs great. He's got 4 out of the last 4 races at Homestead. He's got 3 top 4s, and 1 he wrecked in. And last year at Homestead was when Larson ran into the water barrels at the end of pit road. So, look, this is the playoffs. This is the format NASCAR is set up. Like you said, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Nothing's guaranteed. So, I still think it stays like it does. I want to just make some honorable mentions before we wrap up here from Vegas. Alex Bowman, solid run, finished 5th. He ran great all day.
Too bad he's out.
I honestly wanted Bowman to win. And, I there's another guy who could win Martinsville. Alex Bowman could.
Oh, yeah.
So, I would be even more happier with that. I mean, that was my championship guy. I was pulling for Bowman to win. NASCAR screwed him out of that. His team screwed him out of that. Somebody screwed him out of it. Obviously, it was HMS because they didn't appeal it. So, we'll blame them. But Bubba Wallace finished 12th. I mean, not bad. I really thought we would see Reddick, who ran great actually until he wrecked, but I thought Bubba would have ran better earlier, but he got there. He finished 12th, so a good day for him. John Hunter Nemechek lucked into a 9th place finish somehow, but congratulations to him. I don't know how he did it. I just noticed when I looked at the results, he was in 9th. I'm like, wow, I guess I got to mention that.
Yeah.
And Corey LaJoie finishes 14th ahead of Justin Haley, who finished 17th. Way to go, Corey. We're pulling for you.
Looks like the car.
Stacking pennies.
Looks like the car doesn't matter that much after all.
Maybe Corey's not as bad as everybody wanted to say he was. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe there's just a lot of pressure on him.
He just took a Rick Ware car and finished 14th at Vegas. Like, that's saying something.
Right? It was fuel strategy, though.
I don't care what he did. He still did it. So, way to go, Corey. I'm pulling for you. Speaking of stacking pennies, Kenny Wallace is coming to Dirty Mo Media next year, and Dale Jr. jokingly said he was going to name the new show for Kenny Wallace Stacking Kennies. I thought that was funny. Do you think that is a knock? Name. You think it'll be like a knock towards stacking pennies, or that they'll see it as a compliment?
I mean, I feel like you got to take it as a compliment, right?
I would think when Dale Jr. wants to name one of his shows. But then again, Corey could be upset that Dale Jr. hadn't tried to hire him away from NASCAR.
Maybe. I don't know.
He should be upset.
Please get me away from NASCAR.
Get me away. I want to be a Dirty Mo guy so I can say what I feel. Please.
Please.
No, I'm proud of Corey. Glad to see him running well. So next weekend, we're racing at Homestead. The race is at 2:30 on TV. I don't know what channel, but it's on TV.
On TV.
It's going to be on TV. I guarantee you that. So You got anything else before we close out?
No.
Do better next weekend, NASCAR. Or drivers.
Yeah.
All drivers.
Pit
do
crews.
better.
Pit crews.
Pit crews do better. Everybody do better. We need a more entertaining race. Entertain me. NASCAR is registered as an entertainment company just like the NFL, so I expect you to entertain me. You're not a sports agency. You're an entertainment company. WCW it, WWF, WWE, whatever you got to do. Go out there and entertain me. That's all.
Yep.
Wrecking is not entertaining me. Racing hard is entertaining. So other than that, thank you to everybody who watches the show each week, listens, shares the show on social media. We greatly appreciate you. Make sure to follow us on X. We're at Car Backwards, or on Twitter. I saw somebody get mad about somebody calling it Twitter, so I'm just going to go back to calling it Twitter just to make them mad again. Make sure you just subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out all our other videos. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Make sure you leave us a review like Brandon and Sydney did. When you leave a review like Brandon, other people are able to find us, and it helps grow our show listeners and views. Make sure you subscribe to the show on YouTube Music. If you feel the need, you're more than welcome to email us. We're racecarbackwardspod@gmail.com. And make sure to go to Designs by Sydney and check out her work and get the Thank You Denny sticker and t-shirt, the official t-shirt and sticker of the Race Car Spelled Backwards podcast. Other than that, y'all have a great week, and we'll talk to you after Homestead. Bye, everybody.